In this relationship, we are relating the weight of some quantity here and the price of that quantity that we're buying here. And so the weight is our independent variable, is our input. The output is our price. So when we look at the graph, it asks what is the price for 5 kilograms? It looks like for 5 kilograms we're looking at $100. The price for 20 kilograms, it looks like that price is going to be $400. And if we look at the change in the price from 5 kilograms to 20 kilograms, the change in the price is going to be positive $300. Okay, so the change in the price is equal to positive $300. So the ratio of change then is going to be our change in y compared to the change in x. So we need to work out our change in x. Our change in x here works out to be 15 kilograms. So when we show this as a ratio of change, we have 15 kilograms. And again, notice I'm keeping track of my units. $300. Okay, the slope is then going to be expressed as $300 for every 15 kilograms. Okay, so there's my slope. As a unit rate, I divide this. So 300 divided by 15 gives me $20 per 1 kilogram, or $20 per kilogram, and that represents my unit rate. And I find my unit rate by just dividing that slope. Again, although I divided it and get one number, we have to always keep in mind that the one number ratio is always being compared to 1. So this is a ratio of 20 to 1. Here we have a value of some object. It looks like it's pretty expensive, so maybe a car or something like that. And it's being compared over time. So time is our independent variable. Our input, the y or the value, our dependent variable, is going to be the value of the object that we're in question here. So again, what we want to find out the slope of this and look at the units of this slope. We look at the value of this object at 3 years. So the value of that object at 3 years is $20,000. After 9 years, the value of this object works out to be $5,000. So then when we want to work out the slope, we need to know the change in the value. Okay, and the change has gone down, so it's a negative change. So it's gone down, it's lost $15,000 of value. So the change in y works out to be negative $15,000. And again, make sure that you keep track of your units here. So the ratio of change, the change in y compared to the change in x. Okay, so we have to work out the change in x here. The change in x is going to be from 9 to 3, or sorry, from 3 to 9. So 9 minus 3 is positive 6 years. Remember, if we want to get the right direction, we want to do end minus start. So we get positive 6-year change, and the change in the value is going to be negative $15,000. Okay, so the slope then we write as the y is always on top, so negative $15,000 over for every 6 years. Okay, so this represents my slope ratio. Now we can express, often the unit rate is going to be useful, so we'll divide that to get the unit rate. When we divide that, we end up with $2,500 for every 1 year. Okay, and again, there's always two numbers in a ratio. When we write down 2,500 as our slope, we have to always remember that's being compared to, the other number being compared to is 1. So when we talk about a one number ratio or one number slope, the other number is always 1.